Okay, hello, and as the music fades out, I welcome you all to the Slam Jam Wrestling Show here on the Extreme Improv Xstreamed YouTube channel, as well as the Slam Jam Championship Wrestling YouTube channel. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit it with an RKO out of nowhere, as we are going to get into today's show. We're going to be talking a lot of wrestling, and yeah, like on the show tonight, we have Gav. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang as well. That also makes me think of Cactus Jack, but that was traditionally bang, bang. Gav, you just added an extra bang. Now then.
There you go.
Also on the show tonight, we have Dev. Say hello to the people.
Hi, everyone.
That's Dev. Now, someone who isn't Dev is Corey. Say hello to the people.
Hey, how's it going, folks? It's Corey from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Best city in the world.
Well, so I hear. Now, speaking of which, I am Kenny the Cleaner on my shirt tonight. He may be from Toronto or somewhere else. Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, you idiot.
You idiot. I take this damn thing off. What am I doing? Right, yes, there you go.
Enemies.
That's an AEW shirt, though, isn't it?
I thought I had to wear it. I always wear the WWE one. So.
Yeah, no, it's true. I've got an AEW and a WWE one, and I don't know where the AEW one is anymore. And I literally bought it at All In London, and then it was like it was out of date by the next morning. So, anyway, guys, so we're going to talk some wrestling. We're going to have some fun with it. Now, the first thing tonight is, well, today is a Friday, so tonight it means it will be SmackDown. The Rock, Roman Reigns will be there. What do you expect to happen? Like, the big mystery in wrestling right now isn't the identity of the devil or who is the secret anonymous Raw general manager. It is what is going to happen at the main event of WrestleMania 40, because they seem to have definitely announced it will be Cody versus Roman, but The Rock wants things fixed. How do you think they're going to be fixed, guys?
Tag team.
Tag team.
Yeah. I think it's going to be night one, tag team, with Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman, obviously. Maybe Triple H special referee, maybe.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be really interesting.
I was going to say, yeah, the only reason I say that is because, like, if you go back to the press conference, I can speak today, they actually kept on going back to WrestleMania 1 where it all began with the tag match as the main event. So that's my thinking anyway.
That's not bad reasoning. Any other thoughts on this?
What do you think, Dev?
Well, I would like for that to happen, but then The Rock takes away the main event from 2 nights, which is kind of annoying for everyone else. You can't just, like, come in and take the main event for both nights, you know?
He's The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen?
No, Corey, tell us.
What's going to happen is tonight The Rock is going to put on one of his rock shows for the first time in over a decade. And in the middle of the rock show, he's going to be interrupted by none other than Retribution. That's right. Ali. Slapjack.
Yeah.
No, I was waiting for Boogeyman, but hey.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I would love to actually happen? Look, John Cena doesn't factor into WrestleMania so far, and it's worrying me. Now, imagine Dwayne has just made some phone calls. Because I've been saying this a couple of weeks, so if you guys haven't heard me say it, I think Cody has manipulated this whole thing. Everyone's like, oh, The Rock's coming in and stealing this from Cody. Cody pulled the boohoo face when he was like, Rock, I endorse you. Here's my little crying smile, my sad nod. He knew exactly what he was doing. He riled up the fans, and so he stole this from Dwayne. It was Dwayne's year, guys. Now, come on. So, if I was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I would call up John Cena, and I'd say, well, Cody's going against Roman, but that's fine. But they're not going on last. Rock Cena 3. Let's go.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Exactly. Word life, baby.
Oh man, yeah, that would be wild. I don't know.
The only way we're going to get Rock and Cena 3 is in Fast and Furious.
Well, yeah, but that might actually happen. It might happen.
Or Barbie 2.
Cut now. I was going to say, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, right. I was going to say, that can't happen now. I don't know if you watched the last Fast and Furious.
No, what happened?
Nobody stays
I don't want to give spoilers.
I'll
but,
give.
yeah.
Look, here's the thing. I really want to watch the Fast and Furious movies, but
Well,
I can't sit through. I've seen the first one. I can't sit through 2 and 3 just to get to 4. To then have to watch 4 just to get to when The Rock turns up in 5.
all right then. Put it this way: we can't see him anymore.
Oh no, really?
He was invisible.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
lame.
Yeah.
Well, no, hang on. It's Fast and Furious, so look.
But then again,
Yeah,
true.
didn't they brought back at least 1 or 2 dead characters in this, haven't they?
Even an actual real dead character.
Yeah,
so far.
Yeah, exactly. So, just do it on Fast and Furious. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Possible, yeah. I don't know. What do you, David? What do you honestly think the main event's going to be at WrestleMania?
I think the main event of WrestleMania is going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock. And I don't know how they're going to get to it now, because it doesn't. It feels like It feels like they've pushed too far away from that, because after it being like, here's our family tree and the bloodline, and then they sort of did like the power handshake of Carl Weathers and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Cody interrupted, and then they walked off together, and it's like, well, how can you build up? So it will probably be the tag match night 1.
What
But
was they saying? How much aura has Reigns' dropped?
yeah, he's a no one in this now.
He's become solo, as I was saying
Yeah,
to you guys.
absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
Roman has become Roman irrelevant. Like,
Yeah.
and
Not as irrelevant as Seth Rollins in his title, though.
Well, yeah.
yeah, but he was wearing his wife's shoes, so to be fair, he sort of brought this on himself.
Those are men's shoes because they're worn by the man, David. So
Well, this is true, actually. That is a very good point. But I think it looks like it's going to be the tag team match night 1,
very good.
and then Rock and it should be Rock and Cody, because that's actually the much more interesting. That's what people are. Rock or Cody, Rock or Cody. Roman isn't in this, so just do Rock versus Cody.
True.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the wild guess right now. WrestleMania Night 1 is going to open with The Rock and Roman versus Seth and Cody. And then The Rock is going to turn on Roman. And the main event of Night 1 will be Rock and Roman. The main event of Night 2 will be Cody and Roman.
Okay, I quite like that. But if they are opening with it, then everyone will be confused about, well, what are you planning for the end of the show?
And then the other thing is that going to be like all out? Is it all out? With MJF and, what's his name? Adam Cole.
Do you mean all in?
Like, all in even.
Yeah.
With starting with
all over the place.
Oh yeah, like them doing a tag match now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
How about tonight on SmackDown? The Rock says, "Know your role." Right? No, but like literally. But what if Rock says, "Roman versus Cody. I accept that will happen. The winner will face me on night 2, main event." And then you just have Cody versus The Rock, because it's more interesting than versus Roman now anyway.
And notice we haven't even mentioned Seth.
Yeah, it's because
No,
you
why
don't
would
need.
we?
He was wearing his women's shoes, his woman's shoes, the man. So
I don't think that maybe Seth doesn't do WrestleMania this year. You know?
But the weird thing, a month ago, it was like, oh, what if Seth can't make it to WrestleMania? And then Punk got injured like 5 days later, and they just went completely quiet on the fact that Seth might not make it either.
And now it's who cares if Seth makes it.
Yeah.
But who's he going to face? Who do you think? Like,
Jinder.
What happened to Jinder? It's like they can't be blaming Jinder for
Jinder,
Seth
Jinder.
injuring himself, right? Because
Yeah, because they built him up, and then they were supposed to put him in a Rumble, and then he never was in a Rumble.
has he been on television since?
Don't
Wow.
hinder the ginger. Don't hinder the ginger. A
Yeah.
Canadian
He's-
icon he is.
He single-handedly, pissed Tony Khan off, and then became viral, and then disappeared.
Yeah, he just like, you know, it's like a candle in the wind. Some may say, you know, you just.
Steven, what time? When can you look up when the next time the WWE is going to India? Because that's when they have those gender again.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you got it? Is the Sarajit in the chat?
Oh, wait, sorry, what? Sarajit's in the chat?
That's what I was going to ask, if he's in the chat.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Like WWE going to a country doesn't necessarily mean they're going to push the people there. Cough, cough, Bronson Reed. Cough, cough.
Wait.
Like, they had the perfect opportunity there.
I know, they should. They should have put
him in the elimination chamber, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll turn up though.
I hope he does. Yeah. Him and Ivar have been putting on some great matches.
Well, I heard that for Elimination Chamber that Emma was really excited to go. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally the day it was announced, she got released.
Yeah. If you look on Twitter, Bronson Reed does this whole speech about how he's disappointed the country, like he's disappointed everyone, and he's going to try and be better and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Is that him? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if that's him turning face.
Who, Bronson Reed?
Yeah.
Big boy. Big Bronson Reed, please. Use his full name.
Big.
Okay, so what have they actually announced for whatever it's called, Elimination Chamber?
Elimination Chamber.
I've tried to bring it up. Shows.
Yeah.
You got the two chambers, and then Nia versus Rhea.
So
right.
February 24th.
Nia
This is actually super close to now.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
It's this weekend, isn't it?
No, not this weekend, but next. But let's bring it up here. So here we can see we're going to have Rhea Ripley to take on Nia Jax. And look, she Nia is on the Bloodlines timeline, so there is a chance. Right. There is a chance that Nia is taking it. Yeah, Ava is like general manager of NXT. Nia's getting the world title shot. Rock's in the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah. Okay, so there's been we'll come back to this in a second, but there's been the genuine stuff. Are we going to see Jacob Fatu? I was going to say.
Oh, I was going to say. I was expecting Jay Uso versus what's his name? It's gone in my head.
Gunther.
Gunther. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that seems like likely now, just because it seems that Brock is out of the picture entirely.
Who?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Who?
Ah, he's gone.
Someone who's really pissed.
Yeah. There you go. But Brock Lesnar actually did re-emerge yesterday. Did you see this? I may have shared it on our group chat.
Yeah.
So Brock Lesnar re-emerged into the public eye with his daughter. So the chances that she's going to be the next WWE superstar feels less likely. But I don't know. I'm surprised because she's on steroids, right? I just want to say it now. She's on steroids. She's got I don't want to be body shaming and all that, but she looks like she's on steroids. Because the back acne is things that they were saying about Scott Steiner or what have you. But I'm just saying that it might be all over for her promising WWE career.
Allegedly.
Her alleged WWE career.
Tony Khan will pay big bucks for Lesnar.
You think? I don't know. I don't think he would touch that.
It's going to be so interesting, just because look, the interesting thing, just when it's come to all of these allegations and that, Tony Khan usually doesn't miss any opportunity. Look, because look at what he did with Jinder. He was all over that, but he's like, I can't talk about the allegations with WWE. And was it because, that's because otherwise people are going to ask you about Jericho or anyone else that had allegations there. But maybe, and look, he's just signed Ric Flair, who obviously a year ago was cancelled. But he might just look at this that he could bring in Brock to take on Trent Beretta, anyone.
Honestly, I want to see a Brock versus Wardlow at least once.
That Brock versus Wardlow is like a poor man's like, no, I'm not saying this to like to say it's not a good idea, but it's like you couldn't get Goldberg versus Ryback, and you end up with Brock versus Wardlow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, who knows?
So Nia Jax is going to win against Rhea Ripley, right, guys? Is that what we?
Oh, of course.
No way.
Come on, she's got to win.
Yeah.
Love Nia.
Okay, and like, who are the final two participants in the men's chamber going to be? I can't even remember
Who's that next to Drew? Is that?
That's LA Knight, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
for
yeah.
some
LA
reason
Knight,
got a haircut like a skunk.
Yeah, and a weird goatee. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can open this up.
Let's see.
Yeah, so like, for some reason, like, that isn't his hair.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
I want to say Bronson Reed and AJ.
Well, Bronson's out, baby.
Okay, so who are the other two that are still available to... Because I forget what the brackets
Hold on.
were. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe Solo goes in there, or
Yeah, it could be. One of the ways that you can tell that this is a premium live event in, like, not in America, is that they've got the Grayson Waller effect, which is just going to be like some embarrassing thing. They're going to bring out like Dame Edna Everidge, who I'm not sure if they're still alive.
But no, they confirmed that it's going to be them two. Is that?
Is
They'll
who?
bring out anybody else, would they?
sorry.
Would they bring out anybody else, or is it just them two?
Oh no, but I'm thinking of the one that they had in Saudi Arabia, where it was
Oh yeah.
where it was the Grayson Waller effect, and then they just brought out some local celebrity who no one on the planet knew who they were.
Yeah, but Saudi Arabia has a habit of throwing money at things to make things happen, no matter what.
Yeah.
If it makes sense or not.
Have you guys seen that thing? They've got like in Rydia some like the WWE Hall of Fame has actually finally been built, effectively. No, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. It's,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, I'll bring it up.
You know who I think they're going to bring out though for the Australia one?
Who?
Hogan.
Hogan.
Paul
Paul
Hogan.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's what it's going to be.
Speaking
How
of
about
Saudi
Darling
spending
Miller?
our money,
That should be
recently in
a
this Saudi football match, they brought out the Undertaker to give out the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. Like he came out, he did the full entrance and that. Like I wonder how much he got paid for that.
Wait, the Undertaker?
Yeah. Have you not seen this?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna
That was
Undertaker.
pretty good. Ronaldo was pretty impressed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can bring this up. Don't play the music. What are you doing, stupid thing? Right, let's bring this up. Let's show you guys. So, literally full entrance, and I forget. Is this going to finish before he's actually done his thing? Oh my god, this video was so long for him not to uncover it.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, the video's over. Video's over.
We
Oh,
didn't see.
What was under there?
What a tease.
yeah. But yeah, but like Ronaldo was all over. Oh, hang on. Here's another one.
Yeah. No.
Oh god, shut up with the audio. Okay, so look, we'll bring it up. Coke stamp Ronaldo. No.
I didn't actually show Ronaldo in that clip.
Look, there he is. There he is. Look at that. He's absolutely in love with the Undertaker being there.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's like when he's lifting the cup up, there's an angle that shows him like just salivating over it.
Well, who can blame him? Right, you know. So yeah, guys, what's your hot takes? What else has been on your mind in the world of professional wrestling over like the recent days?
That we might actually get Kylie Minogue at Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
What?
Do you know who Kylie Minogue is, Corey?
I do, of course. Yeah. I'm a man of culture.
Okay.
Well, why would she be there? What's the story?
G'day, mate.
Well, she's just a good neighbour, so you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
The only way I know her is from a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, well, that is the best way to know of her, to be honest. You know, it's that and her and Jason Donovan singing duet.
Yeah.
Okay, but guys, so some other headlines I've got for you that we can discuss. We can go over them like bit by bit. So first of all, like Corey, your fellow Canadian, Scott D'Amore, no longer in charge of TNA Wrestling, fired, you know, and today rumours have been coming out, although it's since been denied, that Tommy Dreamer is being put in charge of creative in TNA. What's anyone's reactions to Scott D'Amore being fired? Corey, let's start with you.
Well, what I'll say is, I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Impact or TNA.
What?
I understand that it's getting a lot better. I know that Dolph's there. What's her name? Who's the other superstar that just went there?
Oh, Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, yeah, but she's named after perfume now or something. Anyways, it seemed like he was well liked backstage. So it's hard to say why they chose this move. I don't know. I don't mind Tommy Dreamer. He seems like I don't know. I know him from these ECW days, and that's it. So I don't know any backstage dirt sheet stuff about him, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I have a very, very, I'm very opinionated about this whole Scott D'Amore situation, because from what I've heard, Anthem only fired him because he was getting all the praise for the work that he did, and Anthem was like, why aren't we getting, they basically got jealous of like Anthem not getting any praise for their part in TNA coming back. Everybody was saying, Scott did it, Scott did it, Scott did it. So out of spite, they got rid of Scott.
I mean, it's crazy because everyone, like a few years, if you roll back in time a few years, there was, when Dixie was getting rid of the company, she was going to sell it to Billy Corgan, and then Anthem sort of swept in and took it. And then Matt Hardy was the thing that people liked with the whole Broken Matt gimmick, and he fell out with Anthem. And it felt like it took them about 2.5 or 3 years for people to start liking TNA again, with it culminating a few months ago with them saying, well, we're no longer going to be Impact. And Scott D'Amore, I'm sure if we went back and watched that promo, you know, where he was so passionate, it's like, it's TNA! And it's like, you're fired, mate. You're fired.
Yeah, it's so wrong.
If I was the owner, like at Anthem, I'd have watched that promo and been like, this guy seems like a nerd. It's like, we just need we need someone else in charge here. You know, we can't have him crying just because of the letters TNA. It's the exact same show, guys. Exact. Yeah. But it would seem the TNA guys. I'll see if I can find this letter. They have put out a letter, if you've seen it, to TNA, an open letter saying that they want Scott D'Amore back, and I've never heard of anything like that happening before. Like, where was everyone sending the letter saying that they wanted Russo back? It's just like, it's injustice.
I was going to say, a lot of the talent there, they were actually threatening to leave because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Even Moose, he was there saying that he's going to be no part of it. Scott wasn't there. So.
No, Canadian Moose.
Oh, is
Especially because...
No, he's the Moose are native to Canada.
Yeah.
When
Scott's been a long week.
When Anthem told the talent what was going on, they told them that Scott wanted to leave. But everybody knew Scott was like, no, you fired him.
Yeah.
That seems pretty dubious.
Let's see. I should be able to find the letter. It's annoying that I can't find it. So let's go over it. This says it's got the letter. No, I don't want notifications. Okay, let's bring up the letter. And we can break it down, because also it's just signed by the TNA family, and I want to know who. Who? Okay, so let's bring it up. We can go through this. Oh, guys, I don't know if you guys can read it. But anyway, it says Lennon Scott. I don't know who they are. TNA/Impact is not just our employer and the company for which we work. It is a family. A family that each of us has grown to love and cherish and trust with our bodies and our careers. A family for which we feel deeply, and that desire above all else to protect. We are deeply saddened by the decision to remove Scott D'Amore from the TNA/Impact family. Scott is a brilliant wrestling mind that has guided this company and has it positioned to take the next step upward in our industry. Scott is also so much more than this. He is a trusted friend, confidant, teacher, advisor, brother and sexual what? No, sorry, I misread that. And mentor to many within TNA Impact family. Scott has been and it's the is underlined, heart of the TNA Impact family for over 2 decades. Len and Anthem have been instrumental in supporting and building this company back from the ground up. The contributions of Len and Anthem have never gone unnoticed by anyone in the company, and we want to make sure Len knows this. TNA, simply put, would not have survived without Len and Anthem. I don't even know who Len is, if I'm completely honest. Not just
Len is the CEO of Anthem.
Oh, thank you, Dev. Right, okay, not just financially, but with the undying faith in Scott and us to revive that company was on the brink of death. Len and Anthem are... See, look, whoever wrote this, I'd be like, why are you putting out that our company was on the brink of death? It doesn't make us sound good, right?
Yeah.
Len and Anthem are the foundation that TNA have been able to build upon. We would not have made... God, this is a long letter. With both of you. The fans know this and the TNA family knows this. We come to voice our concern for TNA Impact, our family, and its future and direction. We, like you, wish to safeguard what we have all worked and sweat and bled for to build. We want TNA Impact to grow. Look, guys, give me your view on this whilst I see if there's anything actually noteworthy reading out here.
What I'll say is I was most impressed by the fact that it wasn't written on the Notes app on iPhone. So
yeah.
It looked like a full Word document, so that's big up for that.
It's like the Bill of Rights. It's really long.
Yeah, exactly.
And so far, I'll be honest, I don't think there's, other than that they've said family, it's written by Vin Diesel, isn't it? Right? Other than they've said family like 9 times, I don't think it's actually made any points yet.
No.
I bet this was written by Jordan Grace while she sat in catering at WWE. Like, in fact, I know what this is exactly. Dear Dr. Brown, on the night I go back to the future, it's like one of these letters. You will be shot by terrorists. You know. Gosh. To thrive, a wrestling company must have both an eye towards business decisions and its finger on the pulse of creative decisions and the ever-changing appetite of our fans. It is in this light that this concern and our desire to uphold high standards... Oh my god, it's our desire to have a dialogue with you. So why put this out publicly? If they want to... all this, like, stuff, again, okay, you might even be able to see this page, it's shorter. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, underlined, it is our opinion that the best possible person for that role was, is, and forever, together, will be Scott. We recognise that we do not necessarily know all the facts or details. Yeah, like, this is taking a gamble. What if he got McMahoned? And, you know, and now they're like, he is our family. But there you go. We look forward to hearing you and continuing this dialogue. And it's signed your TNA family. They can't just be honest that, like, you know, this is literally just Jordan Grace.
Dixie.
It's Dixie, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I'm going to defend TNA here. Up until now, like, nobody in wrestling has deserved this kind of, like, backup. Because most wrestling people are scumbags. And, like, Scott D'Amore is genuinely a really nice person. And he deserves the support. He's earned it. Everybody loves him. He's like Big E, where you can't say anything bad about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They're still the 3rd most popular wrestling brand. So who's to say...
I would say second, Corey. I would say second.
You think AEW and then TNA? Wow.
Yeah. Like, recently, for the last year, TNA has done banger after banger. Like, it's amazing now.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things. What I'll say is that AEW has definitely dropped the ball after they lost Punk and Cody, and MJF hasn't appeared, so, like, what the heck they're doing?
And Kenny's more injured than mine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, okay, so an update on MJF that I just saw. Tony Khan was apparently asked about MJF and when we'll see him back, and Khan responded, "It's something to keep an eye on with MJF. He's a great wrestler for AEW and has been a great world champion. He was very injured, and I would love to have MJF back anytime, and we'll see what happens here."
And it'll be great.
And it'll be great, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I just last night, not to brag, saw the Iron Claw.
Oh, we can speak about that. I saw that recently.
I'll watch it tomorrow.
MJF had a cameo.
Oh my god, it was the saddest cameo in the world.
I know. I wish he had more.
Oh, spoilers.
Okay, well, okay. So here is. I won't give a big spoil. Well, big spoiler. Like they don't all survive, and I don't mean to make light of it, but like we kind of know the story.
Wow.
MJF is like an executive producer on that movie. How did he do that?
Yeah. Because he's a wrestler.
Yeah, like
I feel like he thought, okay, this is gonna be a good movie. I'm gonna go all in, pardon the pun on this one. You know, if you got money, why not put it towards something?
Okay.
What I'll also say about that movie is I watched it last night with my wife, and she had no idea. She's not a wrestling mark like us. She had no idea about any of the story. By the end of it, she was openly weeping. As was I, of course, because I have a heart. Because it's a real sad story.
it is.
They did a really good job in that film, I think. Even though they didn't take out an entire whole brother from that story. Yeah, because they're just. And the reason that I heard is because it would be too sad.
Do you know, literally, we had a Geek Battle on last night, and we were talking about the movie. And again, I'll avoid saying stuff with spoilers, but I heard the similar thing that when they were saying about like the tone of the film, it's that they wanted to tell a story, but they needed the audience for the story that they were trying to tell to actually be able to leave there and not just be like too distraught or it be too much. And in terms of making a movie, it seems like heartless to say, well, that was one too many deaths and stuff like this, so we won't include it. But it's kind of, it follows like the 3-act structure. So It has David pass away, then it has Mike pass away, and then it, you know, towards the end it has Kerry pass away. And it kind of, in showing it through Kevin's eyes, it kind of follows how this affects the family and how he deals with it. If you were to have had another one in there, one, you need to cut down everyone's screen time to put another person in. It was a really difficult decision, but I understand it, you know.
Did they go, like, no spoilers, but obviously, did they go, like, further back with the family, how they interacted, and particularly at home?
Yeah, like, okay, so here's the thing. If you're expecting this to be a lot of wrestling action, it's mostly a story about brothers and their father. And so, and look, and here's the thing. You know, AEW, they could learn a lesson from this. It's not always about the in-ring action. You know, it's about getting invested in the characters. And if you're invested in the people, then you'll care when they have matches. But, okay, so Gav, like, we'll speak about this properly another time. But Corey, I do have to ask you, on the Iron Claw, what did you think of the guy who played Ric Flair?
Oh, bad. I hate him. I told my wife, this
he didn't even know how to woo.
Yeah, he was so brutal. He was the worst. The guy that did Harley Race, great job.
Yeah, actually,
quite well. But the guy that played Ric Flair, and then I showed a picture of Ric Flair, and I was like, that's pretty close. I'm like, no, this guy, he does not embody, especially because Ric Flair's a wrestler that I've known for my whole wrestling watching career. I'm like, this guy is dog shit.
Yeah.
What I will say, love Chavo. That guy was the wrestling coordinator on the movie.
Yeah. Well,
he was in the first scene.
He was. I was going to say, yeah. So he got into the film as well, and like it was surprising that there wasn't more in a sense like that. We'd know we got Harley Race, you got the Freebirds in there, but I don't know if they actually had dialogue. Like Michael P.S. Hayes may have had dialogue at one point, but I don't think it particularly sounded like him. Other than that, you got Bruiser Brody in there at one point. You know, you got a couple of cameos. But yeah, so it was a good movie though. It was probably the best movie about wrestling because.
Have you seen Ready to Rumble though? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I like it. Okay, here's my observation with every movie about wrestling though. At some point, they have to be like, "Hey, but isn't wrestling fake?" And even though they acknowledge it, then it'll get to some point where there's a match, and they'll treat the match like it's real.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's right. They did that too. My wife's like, isn't this predetermined fake? And I was like, yeah, it is. But it's just like, why are they acting like it's real?
But it's also it's like the timeline of it is all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
Ric Flair defended a world title against Kevin Von Erich. I've seen this match years ago, and I'm pretty sure it was before like David even passed away and stuff like this. And yet they were like as if the first world title match was going to be when Kerry ended up beating Flair.
Well, I think they do it so that the movie can be like more dramatic and heightened.
Yeah.
Because like that's the same with Paige fighting my family.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
That never actually happened, really.
Yeah.
And,
oh my god, I forgot that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I'll say on it, and guys, you can help me because I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about this. Why was someone tapping out in like 1983? Come on, in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Iron Claw. Yeah.
Yeah, tapping out as like Chauvo, like you were in charge of this. How could you let this happen?
Didn't Taz cause the invention of tapping out? Because when he was in the Taz mission, he couldn't speak.
Yeah.
I think it was that,
So
yeah.
Taz in ECW, and then it was Ken Shamrock in WWF.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it came into WCW. They just announced it one time, but since then it has been universally everywhere. But they've gone, Corey.
Is Ken Shamrock the guy who invented the Shamrock Shake? Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think he was Kurt Angle's father and taught him the ankle
Yeah,
lock.
that's right. The ankle lock.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
I know. Yeah. Stupid. But yeah, so Mommy's always on top. Is that where we're going? No, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Recently to the because you mentioned Chavo, rumor to like I'm hearing a rumor that Chavo's pushing for a Guerrero movie.
That would be good. That would be good.
Brilliant.
And they want Pedro Pascal for Eddie.
That would be bad. Like I really like Pedro Pascal, but he's in so many different things now. Like I don't know, how old is he? I think he's older than Eddie ever lived to be.
He's probably the closest fit you're going to get, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out how old this guy is.
Angel Garza, let's go.
But also, he's from Chile.
He's from where? Chile?
Yeah.
It's cold where he's from?
Yeah, it says he's Chilean. He is 48 years old. Eddie Guerrero died at, I think, 38.
Yeah.
Like, I can forgive the fact that Kerry Von Erich was like a midget in this movie. You know, but...
Really?
Oh my god, he is so short. Like Zac Efron. Like, I don't know how tall Kevin Von Erich is, but Zac Efron... Like, when you see Zac Efron and The Rock together in Baywatch, it is like the two Ronnies. It's like little and large. And then you see Zac Efron, he's a big star. He's going to be playing the Von Erichs. And so I don't know if they looked at him as like, well, we need to find someone short. But Kerry is shorter than Zac Efron.
Yeah, Jeremy Allen White, yeah. He's a great actor, but yeah, he's a tiny boy.
Yeah.
That's really...
I mean, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, like... Pedro Pascal, who was the Mandalorian, he's great in whatever that Nick Cage movie was, where he's like unbearable talent or whatever it's called. That's great.
And The Last of Us.
Yeah, good.
And he's also going to be in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's in everything. I don't want him to be Eddie Guerrero because he's 10 years older than Ed. How can they be doing, like, imagine him with the mullet, and he's like, ASA, Vicky, I'm proposing to you on your 21st birthday. And he's like, you're 50 years old now.
Wait a minute, you know who it's going to be? You know who it should be?
Tell me.
Dirty Dom Mysterio, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I would be for that, but here's the things. And so it was interesting that they hired actors to play the Von Erichs, right? And obviously Chauvo had a cameo and MJF had his, split-second cameo. Did you ever see, like, do wrestlers, other than, like, The Rock, Batista, and we've spoken about this before, do wrestlers make good actors? Because CM Punk is so good on the mic, but then about 4 years ago, it's like, he's in this horror film, and he's phenomenal. I watched it, and he was shit. Like, I swear on my life, like, he had, like, one sentence lines, and then they'd cut camera angle, and I was like, can this dude not learn a promo?
Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Roddy. They Live was an amazing film.
Yeah.
And I want to say Edge as well.
He's kind of flown under my radar because I know he's done a bunch of stuff, like when he was retired.
Like when he was in Haven, they had Christian play his brother as well.
Who's that?
When he was in Haven, they had Christian play his brother.
That's cool. I like that.
Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Canada's own, baby.
No, but yeah, so they could do a Guerrero film. Look, if they're going to have Pedro Pascal in it, have him play the father. What was the father called? Mondo?
No.
What was that the brother?
Hector?
Well, no, Hector's definitely a brother. Hector was the gobbledygooker.
The gory bomb. What's his name?
Gory Guerrero. So yeah, Gory Guerrero. Okay, do you know what? Let's bring this up because let's bring up Pedro, and let's bring up this. You're going to see that this is a much better fit actually. Right. So here we see Pedro Pascal, right, and here we see Gory Guerrero. I think that's a much better casting. Rather than, or I don't know. Like I see what you mean.
Do you know something? Like you can get even like a young, like to play the young Eddie, Sammy Guevara.
That's what I was just thinking that guy.
Sammy Guevara is so finished. Everyone hates him this week because he just decided to shooting star Jeff Hardy in the face.
He dropped Jeff Hardy in the head.
Yeah.
And did you guys see what happened after that?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What happened? I think I have, but tell me.
Basically, apparently Matt Hardy just ran out and tried to attack Sammy and spat on him.
Wow. What? Legit?
Heel turn for the Hardys.
Yeah, there's a video of it, and the security were like holding him back and stuff. It was actual like off-camera video.
Was it Sammy against Matt Hardy when Matt Hardy got like knocked out cold a couple of years ago?
Yeah, he threw a chair at him.
Yeah. But remember, like when Matt just fell flat on concrete and missed the table.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
Same, that was like the backstage bowling. How they called?
Stadium Stampede.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh wow! In fact, Jesus Christ, what is it with these musics? I'm so going to get in trouble on YouTube. So here is the moment, in question. Let's just take this back a second. Like, oh, boom. Oh, boom.
Yeah. These accidents happen, but it's like if you can't pull off the move, just don't do it.
But like the thing is, Guevara's he's really capable. But do you remember when a couple of years ago it would have been?
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Go on, what was it?
When he done the one off the top.
Yeah.
Ladder, and he knocked himself out.
Yeah, where he absolutely brained himself.
Yeah.
And you saw his wife, and she was just like.
Yeah.
Who was this?
Like what is her name? Ty Mello or something now?
Yeah.
That's his new wife. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not the one that he proposed to on TV and then ditched when Ty Mello debuted. Oh my god.
Also,
I was going to say something about better.
Has anyone who has ever proposed on wrestling ever actually ended up with a happily ever after? John Cena didn't get there. Obviously, there was the wedding between Savage and Elizabeth. Then they got divorced.
Edge and Lita, right? Edge and Lita, they're still together. Is that?
Yeah.
No, Edge and Beth Phoenix.
No, I know.
Did they get married on TV?
No, Edge and Lita did, but then they broke up as well.
Wait.
Triple H and Steph.
That barely counts. That was a Vegas wedding.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
When that's the best one, she was. God, how dodgy is this? She was out cold.
Yeah.
And that's the one that lasts. That's the one that lasts.
Out cold in Vegas or tied to a cross?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
But
Crazy stuff.
Precisely, I put a video of what happened afterwards on the StreamYard chat for the Matt Hardy thing.
Okay, so like I'm going to give credit here to Sportskeeda. They've got a similar idea to me. I said John Cena, but they're saying, what if tonight when The Rock's in the ring, the glass breaks, and look, just do that night too. Fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Do it.
Yeah, that's the thing I heard about. Like, where apparently they would have this whole thing where two producers like, I want a one-man match, but I can't wrestle anymore. But I know someone who can.
Guys, I'll be back in 1 moment. Just got to attend to something. Keep going.
Okay. Wow, it could be so
It
cool.
was ours. Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
No.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Instagram last week, me and a buddy of mine posted these videos. We've been posting videos of us watching and listening to wrestling themes in the car. So we did like the Acclaimed, and then we get like an accident and stuff like that. And last week we posted one of Kingdom, the Cody Rhodes theme song. And downstate, the people that do that song, they responded and they wanted to be part of it. So they sent in the video for us. Yeah, it was really cool. Like the lead singer, the guitarist from downstate, they came in, they came through and they said, yeah, we're gonna pretend like we sent you the song and then you react to it. So
wow.
Yeah. So they did it for that, and they also do the Mrs. theme as well.
All right. Okay. So what, are they going to be in the video as well then?
Yeah, it's already posted. It's up online.
Just send it across.
Yeah. At Corey Birch on Instagram is the place to find it. But yeah, it's wild that they did that. Yeah.
So hang on, what is this? Is this about that thing that you shared?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's awesome. That was so awesome. How did you come up with that idea?
Just me and my buddy, because he's been doing like online like reels and stuff like that for a long time, and he knew that I was like a big wrestling mark. He's like, let's do this idea of like we're in the car listening to theme music, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. And we did like the game, and like we spit the water, and then got in an accident and shit like that, and then we looped it downstage to it, and they're like, yeah, we want to be part of this. They're really chill guys too. They're like really nice.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, it was fun.
Do you know what? Like, I don't know if I've ever discussed this on the show because this was about a month ago. I don't even know if I could find it to I probably shared it in a group in like the group chat. But about a month ago, do you remember I did something and I ended up getting Jason Sensation to record something which was like a thing promoting Slam Jam, and he was doing it in the voices of like Owen Hart and Scott Steiner and stuff like this. That was very cool. And then because he'd literally just had heart surgery, guys, do you remember who I mean by Jason Sensation, right?
Yeah, he was on Raw, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the one. He was the fake Owen Hart that did the amazing impression. And then, because he then wrote and said, I don't think I did a very good job, because he's got a shout, and he's, like, literally just had heart surgery. So then, like, not that he didn't charge me anything, but he was like, whoever wins this competition by getting this question right, I'll do a free thing for. But then he just sent me another one, where he was doing, like, Steve Austin, and like, Bret Hart and things, and, like, his Austin was insanely good.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig it out, I'll share it again, because I literally forgot after it happened. So guys, anything else before we look towards beginning to wrap things up here? Any other breaking things that's on your mind in the wrestling world?
So much to go through. I can't even think of one at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Elimination Chamber is the next big thing, but I don't think anything's going to change there, right? Is there any titles on the line in that? I don't think so.
No, because like Roman isn't going to do it.
Rhea, yeah.
So Rhea, it's like Roman isn't putting it on the line, and Seth obviously can't because he's injured.
Oh, the tag team, British Strong Style versus the Judgment Day. There's that.
Yeah.
And it's good that they brought Pete Dunne back to being Pete Dunne. That was long overdue for sure.
Big time.
Yeah.
But,
so guys, you go.
No.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
After you, Corey, because I think you got something to say.
No, please.
Oh, right, okay. Question now. Sammy, what's his path to WrestleMania? Is he turning heel?
Sammy Guevara? Well, he's going to get fired by Tony Khan first, but...
What, fired by Tate?
Yeah.
You are not the father. Yeah, I was just wondering, like this whole Sammy storyline, obviously something's going on there. So, is it a case where is he just going to tag up with Kevin again to take on what's his name? Finn Balor and...
Oh my God! Like that would be so sad a year later. That right from like Sammy being like they had to, like Charlotte was pissed, Rhea was pissed. It's like, how are we not the main event? And literally they went out and wrestled this match, which was kind of show stealing, but there was nothing that could stop it. Everyone wanted Sammy in the main event last year, not as much as they want Cody this year, because otherwise they would have changed course. But they ended up making a tag team championship match the main event. How sad would it be that they haven't been a tag team for 6 months, and now they're just wrestling the guys they lost it to?
Yeah.
Well, I think that if they do the whole Sammy and Kevin Owens thing, it will be against Grayson Waller and whoever that chosen. Austin Theory.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see.
Maybe they'll set that up at Elimination Chamber, baby. That's what the hell's the point of that segment?
Yeah,
and the other thing is,
go on.
He's still got the briefcase. When is he going to cash in?
Yeah, he's got to soon.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to cash in against Seth or whoever defeats Seth. He cannot. If Priest cashes in against Cody and takes the title, that would be the biggest mistake they could probably ever make.
I want that to happen.
Nuclear heat.
I want it to happen at WrestleMania. I love chaos. Have Cody win it, finally, and it'll be perfect.
And the day after, Priest can be like...
Not even the day after. Have all the pyro going off, everyone's celebrating, and then all of a sudden, Damien comes
Oh, hang on a second.
And it'll be the same as when they ripped the title away from Dusty. Perfect.
Okay, but also, at the start of the show, I think it was you, Gav, who said that Triple H is the referee, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, like 2013. He's got the title, yes. And suddenly, pedigree, Orton runs out.
Perfect.
Do you know, something that could happen, if Rock does have, like, a world title match, and he is gassed after 2 moves, they could just be like, Priest, get ready. You know, just send him out there. But okay, so just like quickly then, if we're still trying to figure out what the main event of Mania is, and who else is getting on this show, like what are the other meaningful things? We said they might be Gunther and Jay. You know, there's a possibility. Like I almost feel like, are we just going to get like R-Truth and Miz or someone taking the tag titles from Judgment Day? Because if whatever the Judgment Day's doing, it kind of needs to have Truth involved.
You know what I want to see? Truth and John Cena taking the titles.
Ooh. Okay, oh my God. Okay, right. The way they could book that is they need to lean into the Little Jimmy thing, where everyone's like, "Who is Little Jimmy? What does this refer to?" And then at WrestleMania, he's like, sorry. Like, I can't do a good Truth impression, right? I said it wrong. I meant Little Johnny. And suddenly, Cena's music hits. That would be amazing. That'd be all. I would be all over.
Right.
Yeah.
and then Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast for the United States title.
Yes.
Who cares?
Yeah.
No, I'm really excited for WrestleMania this year.
Yeah. I think it'll be the most watched. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's happened to what's LA Knight doing? Well, I think it'll be LA Knight and Logan Paul probably.
Well, he's in the chamber, so he might go for Seth.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be Drew, surely. Drew versus Seth. Drew is the one that's getting all of the hype, all of the headlines.
Yeah. He's doing really well, actually, online. He's crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, fun fact about this, the T-shirt, Stephen Amell might never come back to WWE because of that T-shirt.
Who? Stephen Amell?
What?
Yeah.
What T-shirt?
The Graveyard meme?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Is that Stephen Amell on the original?
With the CM Punk one?
Yeah, wait, so, you know, the meme of the guy sat like this at a grave?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the Green Arrow's gravestone from 10 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wait, what is that meme from? This is revelationary to me.
It's from Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's from the live-action Crisis.
I didn't even know that.
I never knew.
That's been used so many times. I remember Meghan Markle on it like that as well, but...
Stephen Amell Grave. Shit, I didn't realise that was him. I'm not going to lie. And Oliver Queen's, because I've only ever seen it in meme status. Right?
Same.
Oh my god, look, here it is. Stephen Amell hating this meme. I never knew who this guy was. I swear on my life, I always just assumed that this was some sick photo. It was to highlight, oh, look at this douchebag, and this was someone's actually died.
If you look at the next one, there's the actual Oliver Queen.
This one?
No, the one on the right.
This one says Oliver Queen.
That one's fine.
Yeah. That one says it.
Yeah, that's the Flash, by the way.
Oh my god. So this is just like in between filming, right? Hang on, look, this is a different photo of the same thing. Because there's suddenly a woman there. So, wow. I didn't know that was an actual... Yeah. I thought it was just like some sick dudes posing with... You know, like...
The Flash.
You know, like, you'd always see those things, like, about a year ago on TikTok and that, where it would show someone about to be in a dangerous situation, and then you'd get, like, those... like, I don't know, like Nigerian or something guys just carrying a coffin, just like sort of dancing with it. You've seen that meme, right?
Yeah.
I think that was like, I don't know if that was from a news report and that's how they actually do these like funeral things. And I was just like that's always funny, especially the music they'd put with it. But I was like, that's just like, you know, it's so disrespectful to be showing that at the same time. I thought this was literally like someone's actual funeral where this guy is just like, yeah, peace.
No, that's the act of being... that's Grant Gustin, the actor who plays the Flash.
Yeah.
Posing in front of Oliver Queen's gravestone.
Oh, so that's the Flash. What? So why is Stephen Amell pissed off about Drew McIntyre's t-shirt?
Because he's like, he hates the meme. It's like, it was like a decade ago. Let it go.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be down to like you've literally copied my meme sort of thing. Yeah, a copyright issue.
He wants the meme to die because it's been 10 years.
Yeah. It's his Rick roll. It's his Rick Astley moment. It's never going to go.
Memes never die, and neither does the dream, baby.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Right, guys. So I'll check one last thing to see if there's any other breaking news. But well, look, this isn't breaking news. Bayley versus Io Sky not currently under consideration to main event either night of WrestleMania. Like, I have to be honest. This is there's like 5 different things that could have been the main event this year. Punk versus Seth. Like nothing in history was going to make this the main event ever.
Yeah.
So
Bayley though, she's good. She's great.
Yeah, like she won the Rumble, so you know, she got her flowers that way. You know. Okay, I hate that saying. It doesn't matter. Like, where did it suddenly come from?
You know who I want to have a Mania moment though?
Who?
Or Mania debut? Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker, yeah, Bron Breakker could. Like, okay, so have I missed something? Because I don't think I've seen much of Raw and SmackDown from. I've only seen clips of Raw this week. What happened? And I don't know about if I saw SmackDown last week. Where is Braun signing to? Or have we not resolved that yet?
We don't know yet.
He's just won the tag titles with
Corbin. Yeah.
What, in NXT?
NXT.
Yeah. Something they could showcase the NXT title on Mania.
I think at Mania, the NXT tag team titles should be up against the Bloodline. I love the fact that they're even saying it's the Bloodline now, because this is actually from the WWE on Fox Twitter. Rock Roman Reigns. Look at that, the Bloodline returns. The Rock Roman Reigns. You know, it's not like he's been demoted already.
Second fiddle.
Yeah. It'd be interesting though, just if there is the rumor that Rock will introduce Jacob Fatu.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Or maybe Rikishi comes back and he says it.
Or maybe Jacob Zilla.
I would love Rikishi to come back. It's like if Vince was still there, then Rikishi would be in the back, you know, oh, he's got to do this, and suddenly IRS would be there, Ted DiBiase would laugh, Ron Simmons would come in and say damn, and that's what all legends always have to do. I would love Rikishi to come in, not to wrestle, I don't know if he can still wrestle, but he doesn't need to. But literally, with the bloodline, he could come in sort of like the Don of a mafia family, like the guy that's just going to give a few words here or there. Like, you don't kind of need it because that's what Paul Heyman is. But, like, bring Rikishi in, give him a new character, which is, like, you know, I'm the guy that, I did this for The Rock. You know, I like, just have him as this bad guy. He's a bad man.
Yeah, you should do it, definitely.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the other thing is, as well, what happened this week, NXT has started trending because of a certain video.
What video?
Huh?
Jada Parker. But yeah, I guess you guys haven't seen him.
No. What's the video? What's the video?
It's like little highlights of her wrestling.
Is this a Natural Leon situation?
Kinda, yeah.
I'm completely confused.
So what's that name again?
Is it Jada Parker?
Jada Parker, yeah, Jada Parker, yeah.
Oh, hang on, I put JXT, no wonder it's not coming up. NXT.
Yep, it's a Natural Leon situation again.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Haji Rose, the internet.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to check that out. I won't bring it up just because it's like NXT footage and I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But okay, guys, let's begin to wrap things here. If you've got any final thoughts you want to tell the world, now is the time. Corey, where can the people find you?
Ooh, I'm at Corey Birch on Instagram, on X, on Xstreamed Improv. I got a live show in Toronto tonight at Comedy Bar Danforth and some improv comedy. Just one final note about wrestling. What the hell have they done to Edge? What, my Canadian boy is, you know, mid now. He's the second class citizen. He's no longer a main eventer. I guess that's what happens when you join AEW.
Well, look, just to quickly say on that, it's so weird because obviously because I think he debuted at All Out, didn't he? At the end of All Out. And All In had just happened, and obviously the Punk stuff happened, which kind of soured it. And there was the stuff about what the attendance was. But it feels like they reached their height with All In. It's like 70,000 odd people there. And suddenly they nosedived, and unfortunately Edge came in and was like the face of the downfall of AEW. But I don't get it. It's like, I think one of the problems is that they've had him wrestle too much. It literally came out, he said, I'm going to do a John Cena open challenge, but I'm going to call it a Copen challenge, maybe. And he's like, you sort of saw on his face that he realised that sounded shit the moment he said it. All right, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, Edge has done that a few times, like...
Figure of four edge lock.
But yeah, it's just like, it goes a bit... sappy, a little bit too much. But I think he's brilliant.
Edge needs to be a heel. Edge needs...
Yeah.
Look,
I've got a good analogy with Edge and Christian, because in WWE, Christian was always held back by Vince, because Vince hated Christian for whatever reason.
His face, yeah.
And AEW is into Edge what Vince did to Christian. They're not letting him do what he's good at.
yeah.
And by comparison, Christian looks better because he's allowed to do what he wants. And Edge isn't.
I genuinely mean this. Christian has been in the best thing in AEW in the last year.
Yeah, he's been very good, yeah.
Like, literally, any time he's on, it's kind of like appointment viewing.
But the thing is, with them, they need to stop referencing WWE. They do it too much. And even, what was it, last night? What was it the night before?
Wednesday.
When,
With Darby.
Yeah, with Darby.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you talking about
Cody.
for?
Yeah.
Like, what? Cody's not with you anymore.
Yeah. It's just like weird. So even reading that quote from Tony Khan earlier where they said about like MJF, oh, we're going to see what's going to happen. When you read that, You'd be like, oh, if he's saying we're going to see what's going to happen, he's definitely coming back. With AEW, it doesn't actually mean that, though.
No. And then you just get more eyes watching WWE because they want to know what's going on.
Yeah. We should be getting Mercedes Moné very soon, though.
In Boston.
Yes.
Yeah,
You just reminded me, the only thing I've noticed about AEW is apparently they're getting a new stage, a new, like, ring,
A six-sided ring.
Stage layout.
Let's do it.
Yeah. No, like
a new set design, apparently.
I think if they've got... Well, apparently QT Marshall went crawling back with his legs between his legs between his legs, his tail between his legs. So, like, obviously the Nightmare thing wasn't going to work out. He wasn't going to get into WWE. At best, he could have been like a trainer or something. But he was already that in AEW. He wasn't going to get a wrestling career. Because whatever Cody's camp is, because obviously Brand is part of it. But when you'd watch AEW... Brandy clearly was sort of like, hey, well, I've got to have a role too, and it was affecting Cody.
There's a heat magnet.
Absolutely, and in WWE, they've like Brandy's may have been seen in the audience at WrestleMania last year, maybe I can't even remember, like maybe with Brody Lee's kid or something. But other than that, like a backstage, not even actually on Raw or SmackDown, there might have been like a documentary thing where you see Brandy go and hug him and that. I can't see how QT Marshall, and I think like a few days ago, may have been on our chat or something, people like saying, like, Dustin should be allowed to come in for him finishing the story. I'd be like, no, if I was Cody, I'd be like, no, look, you can come backstage and you can take a photo with me afterwards.
Yeah.
If you bring Dustin... If you've got The Rock and Roman up there, and you're trying to say that Cody is hotter than he's ever been, Dustin ain't up there.
No.
He doesn't belong. I'm sorry. I love Dustin Rhodes, but he's not up there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he's going to have someone on that kind of level now, like John Cena level. Even Seth isn't. I'm not even too sure if Seth's up there for it because how he's been played down so much the past few weeks. So, yeah.
I feel the whole like fighting champion thing gives him the right to be there, like because he's defending his title when Roman's just like not doing anything in comparison.
It's such a shame. Look, so obviously plans got changed because a few months ago, obviously they didn't know they were getting Punk, and so obviously they were going, well, Seth, Punk, we're going to make this a thing, but the story is completely there with what they've got now for Roman and Seth to have a lot of history, for Rock and Roman to have a lot of history. Kind of the one that's got the least history with Roman was Cody. But obviously he's the one that they built up that he's going to do it. If they had... well, I was just going to quickly say, if in the lead up to the Rumble, they had given the sense that... Because obviously they were saying, it's going to be Punk and Seth. It's going to be Cody and this. If they had left it a bit more ambiguous, so that it's like, well, maybe I'm going to challenge Seth because I beat him 2 years ago at WrestleMania. I beat him 2 more times. I beat him with a torn pec or whatever. Or maybe I'll go against Roman again. If they'd left it a little bit open, but they put themselves into such a direction, it's hard to now change it. Sorry, Gav, you were going to say?
Yeah, because that's mainly my point as well. Before, I think it was on our last one that happened before Rumble or afterwards. And I was saying, there was a bit of confusion. Actually, it was when The Rock came back and everyone was going crazy as well. And I was saying that there hasn't really been a story with Cody and Roman, really.
Yeah.
We only had one match, and you got cheated out of it. Now, if I'm Cody, I don't even care about Roman. I more want to get the one that cost me the match, Solo.
Yeah.
You know, that makes more sense to me. So, I don't know.
Yeah. There you go. Well, on that note, Gav, where can the people find you?
You see me here next week, or
Amazing.
whenever we're back.
Yeah, we'll try to be back next week. I can't actually be certain if I will myself, but maybe someday next week. Now, Dev, where can the people find you?
Hi, you can find me on Twitch and TikTok at FWWD18.
Okay, fab. Right, let's just actually one more thing. Let's. Can I not make that big screen? No, I'm not going to click on it then. It's cool. There's a really cool GIF. I'll share it with you guys of people just smashing Haku over the head and him just eating it. Right. Okay, but. With that, my name is David Postansky. You find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky. Check out Slam Jam Wrestling Show on YouTube, on X, on Twitter, that is X, TikTok, all of these things, and the Extreme Improv channels. And with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, keep slamming and jamming, you slam jam bronies, and ciao.